was that?
I forgot to grab my knitting.
You can grab your knitting. There's time yet.
Okay. And you
Intro and then recap still.
Yep.
you have like 1 minute.
Alright, we are live.
Alright. Oh, shit, did I mute this? We'll see! Alright. Welcome to Voices in the Wilderness, a 13th Age adventure brought to you by the Tinker Tabletop Network. I wish we had like a musical sting.
Yeah.
That can be done.
I just wonder what it would be.
Oh god. Oh no.
We could just call Wolf.
Either way, when we last left our heroes, they had arrived in the city of Narohama, reunited with their old friend, the Goblin Malkesh, found a, beefy merman rickshaw swimmer, driver, puller, named Porter, and set their sights on finding out where Casey is hiding in the city, and what exactly she's up to. Through that choice, they had thoughts that they could check out the Goblin Market, where Z's likely has arrived, or go to a dive bar. They settled on go to a dive bar.
Surprising no one.
Remember, we're the heroes.
Heroes.
So with that, a sudden stop as your merman driver kicks his tail out in front of him to stop the shockingly speedy rickshaw in front of Wilson's Ale Pot. A bar which, as you can hear it, there's a band playing. It's pretty lively. It's still fairly late at night. Well, not quite to midnight yet, but the best of the day has passed and people have had some drink in them. What do you do?
Have I been dragged along with everyone?
I think everybody's here, yes.
Everybody would be here.
Dragged kicking and screaming from the ship?
You didn't want to spend time with Bruno.
I think that would have had unfortunate consequences, yes.
What do you mean you took him apart?
I wanted to see how he works.
Roll tinkering on the skeleton?
I have an idea for that.
Oh no!
Tinkering on worse things.
Bruno does not have a butt plate.
To the cannon.
No cannon butt plate.
Well, Ferris just, taps Hunhao on the chest and says, "Come on, I'll buy you a drink." And then walks up to the bar. Just kind of, as he does so, he's kind of scouts the bar out for anybody that looks like they would, basically anybody who would look like that they know where seedy work is to be found.
Hunhao just kind of curiously follows behind, not really saying or doing anything aside from just, looking around, taking in the sights.
Yeah, you see pretty much, you'll see a large bar. You'll see across the counter various types of various, both humanoid and monstrous races. There's some gnolls, some orcs, a couple of humans, 2 dwarves are attending bar. You see a table full of kobolds. Off the far end of the bar, the part that you would recognize being closest to the edge of the water, is actually flooded with waist-high water, with tables above it. And you can kind of see that section is filled with mer people. It's kind of puts you to a quick idea of, it's like, this is why this would be the bar Porter would know.
This is his seedy bar.
He said dive bar.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, man.
He
Speaking
led
of,
us right to it, okay? He was like, here, take this pun. Take this pun. Don't hurt it now.
you will take it and you will like it. God
Oh,
damn it.
Raise it as one of your own. Love it. Nurture the pun.
Ferris, do you want to give me a kind of search for information roll, if you're kind of just looking of
Yeah.
who you might find?
Would that be Wiz or Int or Charisma? I guess not really. Would be
Wiz.
Charisma
Oh,
anymore.
okay. Let's say you use them if you're intuiting, or charisma if you're kind of carousing.
We'll save the carousing for after I've had a few drinks in me.
All right. My second monitor is failing, so give me 1 second because that's
Oh,
very
dear.
successful.
I broke the GM screen.
You're too good.
Just reached over and knocked it over.
No,
You
seriously.
burgled its vision. Wisely.
All right.
I pierced beyond the veil.
Thankfully, since I'm no longer the camera on this, nobody saw that.
Hey.
Yay.
Ironically, Pier Behind the Veil is actually one of the prime drinks for this establishment.
And the name of the band playing.
Is it Pear Beyond the Available?
Yes. Yes, no, so you are pretty much able to kind of sort it out, and you're quickly able to suss out the fact that people seem to be, like, it's obvious that the mer people are kind of keeping to themselves, because they really don't have an option of anywhere else to go, though there seems to be a few other humanoids who kind of have donned, there seems to be like a little place to hang up pants nearby. And shoes, like a little cubby for shoes. The kobolds are kind of kept to themselves, it looks like. You are... you'd be able to see that you're pretty quickly able to identify who's just getting drunk. Which, hey, those kobolds, some of them have beer steins the size of them.
They're just, it's actually just small beer pool at that point.
But you can kind of see that there's... you can kind of identify some people who have kind of the marks of informants and job givers about them. You see one pretty much person sitting in a booth near the pool, but not in the pool, all by themselves.
Yeah, Ferris will just kind of make a note of that, and then, as he sidles up to the bar, he'll just order a round of ales for anybody in the party who actually wants
Yeah,
a
sure.
drink.
That's
Mhm.
a drink, Lissy, just one.
Well, Hunhow's been seasick all day and probably not pushing fluids, which means alcohol is a great idea right now.
The best idea.
All right.
Markesh points to the giant cup of beer that the kobolds have and says, I want one of those.
Sure, why not? It's been a while
With
since
you?
I've hung out with you, Malkesh. You've earned it.
Pretty much the dwarf bartender walks up. Oh, hey, stranger! Ale for your party? Pay up front. You've got an Ockbee in there. No tabs for Ockbees.
What?
You can't blame him.
What?
Yeah, he's got a point, Lissy.
She fluffed all up. I feel as though my reputation has been tarnished before I've even arrived.
What you looking for? Pint of mild, semen stout, little bit of not that. Something a little more bitter. What are you laughing at? Everybody laughs at that beer. Named it myself.
Do you make it yourself?
You just hear the other dwarf. You just hear the other dwarf yell from the other side of the bar. Because you're an idiot, she yells out. Not only is it a gross pun, we're on a river. Oh, shut up. All right, what do you want?
Yeah, Ferris will just take everybody's orders, and yeah, Ferris himself will take just a red ale.
He pretty much goes over to the taps, pours them out, doles it out to the party. He's also serving a knoll next to you, and he just puts out like a little bowl of ale, and the knoll just kind of leans down and starts lapping it up, side-eyeing you the whole time.
Ferris flashes a smile and then heads over to the loner in the booth.
Mm-hmm. You pull over to the loner in the booth, who is, let's say, is a... Yeah, they're a half dark elf. So they're kind of idly playing with a knife and kind of sipping on what looks like a tall glass or a high-stemmed glass of a very dark red wine. He looks at you and pretty much, and we'll just look. Are you the guest I'm looking for?
Ferris just sits down without even being invited and just nods his head.
If I remember correctly, you owe me a drink.
Shit.
And the elf Ulrich just looks at you and then just downs his entire glass of wine and places it on the table. I just finished.
Ferris just raises a finger towards the barkeep and then just gestures for another round.
Mm-hmm. The elf kind of puts up his finger and then makes a little kind of swirl and then a kind of come here sign to the bartender. What can I do for you, guest?
Looking for work.
Oh, looking for work. This is a city with quite a bit of work to be done.
That's what I've heard.
You must have heard the comings and goings. Tell me, I see you're with a group. What's your specialties?
Well, we have a master alchemist, a Akvi engineer, a wood elf warrior, and he pauses as he looks at Nastasia, a master infiltrator.
Quite a diverse set of skills. You're a bit late on the engineer, though. I could have set you up with something quite nice. Not great timing on that one. What was your name, friend?
Finnegan.
Finnegan. Familiar. The bartender comes over, and he holds pretty much a whole bottle of wine with an elven script on it. Last one I have in the cellar. 75 gold. And he places it on the table.
Ferris coughs.
The elf just dead eyes you. And the bartender's like, I told you no tabs.
That's right, you did. Ferris will, for now, pony up the cash, but he's gonna eye the dwarf as he walks away, just to see where that gold ends up going at the end of the night.
Well, you can't be
Was that?
you can't be too hard up for work then.
Well, if you're not making money, you're losing money.
Especially in a spot like this.
And with friends with such refined tastes and drink.
He pretty much pours the glass and then produces, and then there's a second glass there and pours one for you. Well, if you're going to buy it.
Ferris will set aside his ale for now and take a sip. Because last time he did one of these, it was blood. So
It's just a actual rather nice red elven wine.
okay.
Right. Master infiltrator, engineer. Any connections that I should know about before I try to set something up?
Here in town?
Mm-hmm. Everybody's a bit at each other's throats.
We're looking to get in good graces with the Bandit Queen. That's really all that we're.
He looks back and forth and then kind of makes eye contact with somebody else in the far end of the bar and then somebody at the bar. You and quite a few others. Alright. So if that's the case, I would say you're looking to get in good graces with Boss Minerva then.
And how would one do such a thing?
Well, the Bandit Queen has already, before she even arrived with her little entourage, her people in the sky did quite a number on Boss Sorbet's, airship smuggling operation. And then, it's just mostly been a battle between Boss Minerva, and he looks at the mer people, and then Boss Wingspring, and then he looks at the kobolds.
How many more bosses you have in this town, anyway?
There's quite
Final bosses or mid bosses?
There's a few. Minerva got in with this Bandit Queen early. And she's been reaping the benefits. Wingspring's kicking his own ass. It's not been good turns of fortune, as I said, with the engineering. Doing more desperate maneuvers, though. How can I say this? There is... Let's see. You have a master infiltrator, you say?
Ferris nods. One of the best I've seen.
Well, this might work. And you're not afraid of danger, are you?
If we were, we wouldn't be looking to meet with the Bandit Queen.
Fair enough. Alright. Look. Maybe if that's the case, you can do a favor for my business as well as secure something for yourself. See, as you said, there's quite a few bosses in this town, and well, some of them are in weaker positions than Wingspring is trying to make a play. He's apparently secured something that the Bandit Queen is interested in from connections in the junkyards in the south. I have good authority where he may be hiding that out. It's also a spot that, well, if it was roughed up a little bit, I probably would be able to have a little benefit myself. Unfortunately, I don't have any way to get you in contact with Boss Minerva or the Bandit Queen, but if you had something that, well, if you had something that she wanted, it would probably just be a method of nosing up to the right Mur person and getting you to bring them to her. Interested?
Very. Now, what should I call you?
Oh, yes. My name is Blaine.
Blaine. I think this could be the start of a very profitable friendship.
Mm-hmm. Someday, perhaps. Wouldn't Boss Blaine have a little bit of a ring to it?
I mean, I like the alliteration.
It's a bit eager.
It's people have gotten a bit complacent. I know where valuable things are, and I'm glad that you're interested in liberating them. So, here's my proposition to you, Finnegan. You and your team will travel to the location I give you. I'll be able to supply you up with... Well, I won't be able to supply your getaway route. Do you think you could take care of that?
We're good at improvising.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hawk, the engineer and all.
Yes, I know that the kobolds probably have a trapped mechanical safe, but I can provide you with, well, a specific rune of unlocking. It'll take some time, but it'll get through that safe.
Certainly appreciated.
When you're in there, there's probably going to be some assorted valuables. But I'm more interested in, well, I probably should let you in a little bit on the gossip.
Ferris
He
was
looks
thinking at
around.
that point.
He looks around. Wingspring, as I said, I'm a bit eager to get my foot in the door of some commanding positions myself. Wingspring is weak right now. Rumor is he's been selling airship parts to the Imperials. And recently it seems both the supply and demand has dried up.
How recently would you say?
Extraordinarily recently on both, if my connections are. Hmm.
So he's getting desperate.
He's desperate. So with my connections, I've been able to locate where I think he's hid some of his remaining supply, as well as perhaps some, well, let's say, unique tools. I would like those to begin my own operation.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
Excellent, excellent. Perfect. All right. He looks around once again. One of my associates is one of the bouncers. Talk to him on your way out and he'll give you the location. Understood?
Ferris nods.
Thank
Takes
you for the
another-
wine, by the way.
Most welcome. Thank you for the pleasant conversation. He kind of finishes the rest of his wine and grabs his ale and
I'm glad our mutual friends set us up. Thank you, Finnegan.
nods and heads back to the party.
All right, what's everybody else up to?
Melkesh has fallen in his cup and can't get out.
Hunhouse
It's
turned
very
the
large.
Hunhouse turned the cup upside down and is trying to shake him out.
Melkesh is not coming out willingly.
Lissy's already in the water. She just floating there, eyeing up the mermen.
They're pretty much, you just see them playing some sort of dice game at a table and kind of...
Lissy's eyes light up.
Does
Oh
Lissy
boy,
wear
just what
pants?
she
I don't
needs,
know if we
gambling.
established- I know she has a shirt.
Never let it be said that Lissy gave up a vice willingly.
There would be an open seat at their table.
Here we go.
Lucas!
Knots is just standing at the bar watching. And someone else needs rescue.
Watching at the bar, watching what?
For when someone else needs rescuing.
Okay. You pull up, one of the mermen looks at you, and then pretty much the one at the table just kind of explains the rules of the game. It says, yeah, I picked it up from some airship travelers from up north, so you probably should already know it. You might even be good at it.
Well, gosh, do you know, I've kind of been out of the loop for a while, so, I mean, it's really nice of you guys to show me how everything works. I really appreciate it. Maybe I'll sit in for a game, and then I can sort of figure out how it works as we go along.
One of the mermen was slumped right back so his mouth was underwater and then just kind of slides back up. That sounds like shark talk, and I know shark talk, and they all laugh.
Can I just remind everybody that Lissy is probably the size of... Well, she's the size of a normal puffin, so...
She seems to get smaller every time.
She does! Ironically, as I need her to get cuter, she does get smaller.
She shrinks as a self-defense mechanism. Can't hit something that cute.
She fluffs herself up big if she's threatened.
All right.
The littlest Lissy.
All right. They just pretty much start. They pretty much just start rolling dice and handing them out, and they seem to be kind of holding hands of dice and then just kind of covering them up and placing them in the center, and then a series of them roll in front of you.
And these are your stats for intelligence, charisma.
Yeah, maybe I ought to roll for this one, Dan.
Yeah, alright, if you want to just roll to go with luck, you can roll a d20. And if you want to just try to intuit and use some strategy, you can make a wisdom-based background check. If you want to cheat, you can use an intelligence-based background check.
Daniel, why would I ever want to cheat? I am absolutely genuine in wanting to play these fine gentlemen in their game.
Do you guys smell that? It smells rotten.
Smells like... Is that burning?
Is that a farm? Like, I smell cow manure.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't... I think it's like kind of like an ashy burning smell. Like, maybe pants?
Yeah,
I'm
pants
not
on
sure
fire?
She's wearing any.
Well, she didn't set her own pants on fire, that's for sure.
Alright, let's make some rolls.
I hate you all, burn in a fire.
That's what your pants are doing.
Well, somebody's pants at least.
Okay, Dan, I'm gonna go for the middle one. I'm gonna go for a bit of strategy. But I'm going to go for Tinkerer background.
Okay, explain that to me.
Well, dice games, like anything else, are mechanical, aren't they, really?
Are they?
Absolutely!
Wait a minute.
It's about the physics of how you roll the dice, okay, guys?
Exactly!
It's actually
Lucas gets it!
problematic trouble is what game is.
I only know sorry.
Alright, I'll allow it.
Thank you. I'm gonna suck at this roll.
That was a picking the pockets of truth line right there.
Ooh, that's not
You roll a
horrific.
27.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
no, that's-
good.
That's still pretty
And I
good.
went with Sky Admiral instead. How did that happen? No, honestly, I hit the Tinkerer. Hang on, let me just try something.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, I think.
Alright, now that Lissy's used all her 16s.
Yeah, no joke.
Can I save some of those for later, Dan?
No.
Just while I was trying to figure out if this worked. Hey, actually, can these all be 3 games that I play in a row?
Okay, so... Alright, so...
Wait,
Because,
why
like-
Constitution?
Yes,
Dave?
yes they can!
I'm going to explain this.
Okay.
I am excited for this explanation. This is gonna be a good one.
Okay, the wisdom roll is the initial roll, isn't it? And I had to go with Sky Admiral instead because all sailors are gamblers. It's just a thing. Okay? So that's that. The dexterity is because I am
One
playing
minute,
on
one-
water
One
with a
minute.
bunch of mermen who get enthusiastic and the table tips up every now and again. And the constitution is all the fucking alcohol that I've been drinking while trying to play this fucking new dice game that I barely understand, but I'm trying to use the mechanics of, thereby using the Tinkerer background. So, yes.
All right.
There's that smell again.
Mm.
All right. You know what? In the first few games, in the first one, you're able to kind of get the strategy of it, then kind of the skill of it, and then it's just kind of powering through and keeping up with the drinking mermen, which honestly isn't terribly difficult for you. And pretty much while Ferris is having his conversation, you're able to kind of start and kind of, they curse when you win and curse when one of their friends win and curse when they lose. There's a lot of cursing.
I'm learning all sorts of new language.
But, they kind of, where you're kind of playing it honestly, everybody's just having fun, and pretty much you go pretty even, maybe a little up at the end. But what information do you glean from casual conversation with these mermen, and do you ask them anything?
Well, just to be friendly, what exactly they do around town? Is this sort of where they spend most of their time, or do they have work that they do, or
How's their mom doing?
how are the kids? One of them pulls out like a clamshell with a whole bunch of pictures inside.
Pretty much, what you gather is they all grew up together in the town. They were born and raised here. One of them owns a shop. One of them is a kind of driver similar to Porter, and the other just kind of says that he's a courier of sorts, and kind of leaves it at that. And pretty much the one that was slumped right back. Once again, pretty much his general thing is to kind of just slide back in his chair and sit so his mouth is underwater. Doesn't say much, but after the one says that he's a courier, he comes back up and says, "Oh, that's a kind way of putting that. You're full of shit, Samuel," and then laughs and goes back underwater. Samuel goes, Jesus, trying to get me in trouble here? Just met this person.
It's pretty ironic because, we're new in town, and my friends and I, we were kind of looking into the courier service as a way of maybe settling in a little bit.
He looks and pretty much, nah, you and your crew aren't set up for it. Not the way things have been.
Oh no, have things not been very good?
Oh, things have been great for people like me. Not so much great for, let's say, boat couriers. Lots of new stops up and down the river checking the packages.
I see. That is quite troubling.
There's other work around town, but... Alright, you're trying to settle in, what are you... You're obviously in this part of town, so he kind of leans in really, really, really close since Lissy is so small. Are you looking for honest work, or are you looking for something that'll get you rich?
Well, when you put it like that, it's kind of hard to pick the first option.
As I said,
these tabs don't pay themselves,
Well, they will if you keep winning like this. Okay, look. As said, there's been lots of money going around with essentially my employer. Courier's been good for us. let us expand to a few other enterprises. Like if you, once you're settled in and once we're back on the clock, maybe I can get you in touch with somebody, all right? You seem all right.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I mean, I might be able to have a few other options rather than by boat.
Interesting. Okay, well. What are you talking options here?
Well, my friend, have you considered air travel?
Oh. You got something going on up north there? Or maybe through the mountains? Look, we mostly get things there, but do go on.
Well, there's no guarantees. Nothing's without risk, but maybe something small and unobtrusive that could perhaps get its own way through the mountains.
The shopkeeper pushes up his glasses. All right, Sam, no business. You're gonna get us in trouble now. Let's get back to the game, all right?
Sorry.
Not all of us. Not all of us are in your line of work here. All right? We're here to have fun and be with old friends, right? Okay? That's enough of that.
That's my manners. You'll have to forgive me.
And pretty much they would go back to kind of playing the game.
I might duck out of this one just to let them get back to being normal.
Mm-hmm. They kind of nod and say it was fun, and Samuel kind of trades pleasantries and kind of gives you a card. And is anybody else up to anything else, or will we be reconvening?
Well, I do have an idea if it's not too late.
Sure.
Please. Head up to the bar and ask, so where would someone go if they were out of town and feeling a little lonely for the night?
Who are you asking? Like patrons or the bartender?
Say the bartender. They probably know.
Right. The bartender looks up. Like, what are you talking here? Conversation, drinks, little something?
I imagine that would depend on how much I was willing to pay per hour.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
what with the bartender?
No. I'm asking where.
Sorry.
You really are, look, it's... Most people in this city, there's a couple of things that, we try to keep from Imperial eyes, so a lot of people are, independent contractors, so to speak.
Makes sense.
Different sorts. You know, it's trickle down. Some people work on their own, some people, you know, have connections to some of the movers and shakers of business in the city. You know, I would say... not so much out in the open. You can't just. This isn't Guildhome, and this isn't down south. You can't just roll into a building that's all. Well, there's no sign out. There's definitely buildings that are all pillows and silks, but you don't just have a sign outside them. But always people looking around the markets, as well as look, it's in pretty much the northeast corner of town. There's a lot of hotels for, well, inns and not hotels. This is an anachronistic fantasy setting, but not that anachronistic. You know, it's
Posh.
a lot of inns and lots of places for sailors and people traveling through to stay. Definitely can find a few. You can find some company up there if you're looking.
All right. Good to know.
Right. Alyssa has made a connection. Ferris
No one
has
is more
maybe
surprised than Alyssa.
Ferris has maybe usurped some work. Nastasia knows where to go to get some pootie tang. What does everybody do?
At this point, Hunhow's got his ear pressed to the mug with Malkesh in it. Do you need help? Do you want help? He's just.
So much foam.
Do you want me to just let you have at it?
My head is stuck in the head.
So you want help?
Oh, I can breathe it in. Just leave me here.
Just okay. And then Hunhow flips the mug right side up and puts it on the bar counter.
There's just feet sticking up out of the ice.
By this point, Lissy has come to meet both of them and just looks at the legs and then looks at Hunhow and looks at the legs and just shakes her head.
That's not my fault. He did that to himself.
Ferris comes turning back. Hey, I got some work.
I also may have some work.
Who said work?
Depending on where I go next, I may also have some work.
Former companion.
I guess no longer like coming out of retirement companion.
Probably not.
Formerly retired companion.
She's only saying that to Ferris because he sounds a little bit too eager when he says that.
There's an echo from inside the cup. Did somebody say work?
Yes, work.
What kind of work?
We're gonna steal some stuff from some kobolds.
Say that louder.
I mean, I'm saying it into the mug.
I don't think the kobolds in the back could hear you.
The legs wiggle.
You just
Wait.
in the back, you see two kobolds holding up a mug while the other is just kind of having it poured into him as the others chant, chug, 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 chug.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. You're fine.
No, I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
Gunhill's not gonna like that.
Gunhill doesn't need to know.
Gunhild's looking after the boat.
Wait, why wouldn't Gunhild like this?
It's not very hero-like. Echo.
But it's okay if we're doing it to bad people. Right? I guess I don't need
I'm
to
gonna
convince you.
show
That's an
Ferris
area
that-
gray even for me, Ferris.
You're now our dictating.
Look, I don't need to
conscious.
get lectured on morality from you.
Oh, you're probably right. That would be
Malkesh
good.
is now the dictating conscious for this group.
What?
Don't do anything I would do.
Wait, why are we going to... And Hunhow leans in to Ferris in the mug. Why are we going to steal? How does this get us closer to Casey?
These
Yes, how?
people have something that she wants. And this can get us in good with one of the bosses in town that is working closely with her.
This sounds a little suspicious. I'm not sure I would trust these people.
This is Narohama. Everything is suspicious here.
Mukesh
Yeah,
wriggles his
boy.
legs. Can someone get me out of here now?
Oh, you're done.
I'm out. Well,
You're
I'm in, but I'm out.
Ferris picks Malkesh up by his ankles and then pulls him out of the mug with a pop.
Hunhow helps by
So,
holding the mug down.
Malkesh just sort of goes, no, let me go.
He kind of shakes Malkesh out a little bit.
Ah!
So Lissy, what are you up to?
Well, I have some money to pay my tab now, but besides that, and she hands
Except,
the
except
card.
you're not allowed to have a tab.
Ferris looks at the card. You got that merman's number? That's nice.
No,
drinks later?
it's a job. Ferris. How would
Oh.
that even? No, I don't know. No.
Gerblebanana.png.
God
I hate you so much. Oh my god, I can't believe you used that against me.
Hunhow sort of
I'm
just
only
sits there and
cursing
thinks
you
for a moment and
because I
shudders.
wanted to say it.
I'm
Do you have any
distraught.
idea how hard I was trying not to say that?
Oh
Well, that's
god.
your own fault.
I'm not responsive for the rest of the bloody chat.
No, but what does the card say? I don't remember if that was ever. Because right now Ferris is just looking at this card, which I'm guessing just Samuel's name on it.
Actually, what does it have on it, Dan?
Call me Winky Face.
It
That'll
pretty
never
much.
work.
It seems to be pretty much an address for. It seems to be an address in what you would recognize as pretty much where like a lot where there's mostly it's non-residential, mostly warehouses. If you kind of did a map out of the city.
Ferris just kind of nods and then hands the card back to Lissy.
Still deeply offended. Okay, I'm over it. Right. So what are we gonna do first?
Well, how does this job, Lissy, get us closer to Casey?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure yet, but I kind of figured any dodgy dealing would get us closer in some way. It could even be tied in together to what Ferris found out about.
Well, we'll know soon enough. I just need to talk to the bouncer on our way out, and if it's around the same area, then I'll settle that.
Well, hopefully now we have a friend sort of on the inside that's that I've played dice with, so I don't know if that's like a recommendation or anything.
Well, I don't
He
think
seemed okay to me.
a dice game is a real way to judge someone's character. I think we should deal with these people as little as we have
you
to.
had enough alcohol? Because I don't think you've had enough alcohol. I think you need more alcohol, sweetheart.
I need him in tip-top shape.
Yes, more alcohol.
Yes, more alcohol.
I think I will listen
How-
to Ferris on this one. And
How does Malkesh? I've been meaning to ask this, Malkesh. How are you drunk? You don't have blood, right? Like that's a thing.
Hey, I can still enjoy it.
Okay.
He needs this, man.
Dunk me, dunk me, dunk me, dunk me.
But yeah, unless anybody has anything else to do here, Nos, you cool with all this? Because you're kind of you're what got us this job, pretty much.
Wait, what?
Well, your unique skill set.
Which one?
I might have bragged on you a little bit.
Nasus is quickly hurtling towards. What have you done, Ferris?
Like, what kind of job did you just volunteer me for?
She's
we're-
going through the list of jobs in her head
We're
and coming up with the
infiltrating
worst
and
ones.
then also robbing someone.
Oh! Can you imagine if you'd set up former No.
No, I didn't do that. No. Your newfound skills, I should say.
Although I did find where to go if that was, business I wanted to get back into.
Former companion?
Oh no, sweet baby angel.
Oh, right.
Are we gonna have to explain how
No, he has
you
kids.
people do this sort of thing?
You people.
What do you mean, you
Wow.
people?
Well, I found a book once.
Was that an elf thing or?
No, it's birds and bees.
Oh, that!
It ain't
Somehow
nothing to
has
do
a
with
child.
birds.
What is... Well, I suppose that does have
Elves
something
just
to do
don't
with
grow on
companionship.
trees. I mean, they
Well-
grow up on trees.
But wait,
The chat! Oh my god!
people pay for that?
Fairly well.
Huh.
Oh, I have a terrible idea.
Oh no!
I think I know what your idea is out of character.
We should take a trip to the Northwest sometime, Hunhow.
Why?
Time to write ideas in my book.
Oh no!
Pimp Stasia.
Oh, now just standing on a corner in fishnets.
I'm getting dry here, guys.
Right. Back to work.
Also, you can put me down whenever, Ferris.
Oh, right. Sorry, so
I'd say the blood's running to my head, but I've been dangling it for like 5 minutes.
I just had this mental image of Ferris just holding Malkash, just being, right, back to work, drop.
Yeah.
And then as Ferris steps out, he'll look over at the bouncer and say, "We're finishing up here, pal. Do you know of any other good spots nearby?" And then he kind of
Pretty-
casts his eyes back towards Blade.
He pretty much comes in and is like, yeah, look, I know a place where you can get some good grub, and here, let me write it down for you. And he writes it down and passes you, like, rolls it up in kind of a scroll type roll and just hands it to you. That should take care of it.
Ferris slips him a gold piece.
You're too kind. He pockets it.
How
I
much
guess-
money did I actually win, Dan?
Let's see, you probably went up about, let's say, you went up 75 gold.
Yes.
Ferris immediately steals it to pay for that whiny butt.
Yep.
What?
So, are we leaving?
Yeah.
Can I get
Porter.
this to go?
The bartender just looks at you incredulously. No!
Oh. Gush kind of his ears just droop and he just follows in behind the
Oh.
group.
Now I feel kind of bad for her.
Well, now I'm sad.
Okay, there'll be more beer later.
In pretty much in that scroll, you would see there's a scroll inside the scroll,
No dog.
Skullception.
and Ferris, you'd recognize that as a decoding rune of inscribed lesser locking.
Just
You would also
slip
see
that
the
into the pocket.
you would also see a address for what looks like a address for a Kobold Cuisine restaurant, as well as the note, they'll likely move it to a new location tomorrow.
All right, so we're going now.
No.
We have
Wait,
a short
shouldn't we plan?
window here. Nope, no time for that.
Oh dear.
Besides, what are we even planning for?
Well, a nice dinner out with some friends.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, we can discuss it on the way once Porter gets here. We'll just tell him to go a little bit slower this time around.
You just suddenly, from the side, splashing up rickshaw and all, you see Porter. Hey! How was your night?
They don't have
Productive.
to-go cups.
Bars usually don't.
Is a backpack of beer too much to ask?
You could be onto something there.
How would you drink
I
that?
usually am.
Next
Drink,
big
absorb.
invention. You should try selling that idea at the Goblin Market. They'd be into that.
I can just hear Deez now quickly saying, "Yeah, it's like a flask, but even bitter."
Look, it's great. It's like you want a flask, but then you have to stop and you have to take it out and your hands are not free. No, this is a flask for when you have a task.
Oh dear God.
I love you.
That was beautiful.
Porter looks, where can I bring you?
Farish's hand reads out Kobold Cuisine sounds interesting.
No, it doesn't. Well, interesting. I thought you were going to say good.
No.
I'm pretty sure that place is super closed right now.
That's fine. We'll check it out.
Okay. You guys aren't up to something, are you? Because
Listen, you've been paid. Don't ask.
look, I'm asking because I may need to get paid more here, right? I'm here to drive you around. I don't want to get into trouble with the authorities or worse.
There are authorities here?
I said or worse. I mean,
I don't know.
He
How
kinda
often do
shrugs.
they go looking for missing mermen?
okay, understood. I'll just hang
Oh.
back.
That's kind of dark.
It's a legitimate question.
That
Everybody just slowly turns to look at Malkesh. It's really cranky because he didn't get a takeout cup.
All right. When you would load up in the rickshaw, Porter would begin to bring you there. What do you discuss along the way?
All right, so they're closed, so they probably have a skeleton crew working. There's some token guards here and there. But at least we don't need to worry about keeping up too many appearances of being legitimate restaurant goers. The way I see it,
I'm sorry,
Nas,
what are we getting?
Yeah,
we are okay. So there's in a safe here. There is something we don't know what that either Casey or this boss Minerva is very interested in. We get what's in that safe. We have our in with Casey.
can we just steal the safe itself?
Well, it's trapped, and I don't want to, carry a safe.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
Gunhill isn't here with us, so
I don't think Gunhild would approve.
It's probably best that she's not here, in fact.
She could probably carry a safe, actually.
Yes, but it's still probably best that she's not here.
she probably would not. She could, but would not.
No.
I could probably make a robot if I had time. Ferris.
Look, they're moving it tomorrow. We don't have time to build robots. We never have time to build robots.
Come on!
Right then, so do we just, blow everything up and then...
I mean, I don't think we need to blow it up. We can be a little more subtle than
We'll
that.
survive.
Yes,
You'll
but
survive.
I think
No,
massive
rest of
property damage would be a bad idea.
Yes.
It's not that much higher than Grand Theft.
Let's just try and be subtle for once.
Yeah, see? Let's be subtle.
What? It's never worked for us before.
Just
He does have a
one.
point.
Yes, it's just like
All
a
right.
entire crew.
Stealthy people. Go
Suddenly
on.
everyone
Show us how
is
it's done.
Right.
Because Gunhild's not here.
Right.
All right.
Well, I hate to put you on the spot, Nos, but I mean, I know you can turn into a bird now, which again, still kind of freaked out by that. But anything else that could come in handy here, or do we just do this the old-fashioned way with our regular half-elf sneaky bodies?
Yeah, we just have to do this the old-fashioned way. I mean, I can scope the place out a little bit ahead of time, but that's about all I can do.
Any information's good information.
Yeah.
Malkesh starts mixing up something explosive.
Out of
Well, just-
curiosity, what does kobold cuisine usually consist of?
Hunhau
Shoes.
is
Okay,
edging
cool.
away from
Boot
Malkesh.
leather.
I don't want to turn into something that they'll want to eat, is my point.
At this point, Porter would kind of pull up in front of a restaurant on the corner between two canals. You see the dim light coming from inside.
Well, looks pretty open to me.
I don't. Usually this place is shut down. I'm sorry. I guess you had a tip that I didn't, though. I'm not sure why you'd want to eat here.
Neither am I, to be perfectly honest.
I'm probably just gonna maybe circle the block and just whistle and I'll come, okay?
Yeah, no need to stick around.
Yeah, I admittedly don't want to see whatever happens here. That'll probably be better for me.
Probably.
You're probably right.
I'm glad you see things my way, elf guy.
Hunhau flashes a thumbs up.
And once you all were out, he would submerge.
Here, Hunhau, hold this. Don't let them touch, though.
We should give him a tip, poor guy.
Yeah.
Hunhau
Plenty
holds
to
the
take care of. Yeah.
holds the explosives in each hand and freezes in place.
Okay, let's see. And I add a little bit of this and that. Okay, thank you. He takes the two things back, mixes them together, and then drinks it.
Hunhau just looks at Ferris. Help me in his eyes.
Ferris just shrugs. We've all
It's
had
good!
Lissy's curious about what it was.
All right, let's see here.
Listen, beer is good, but liquor is quicker.
Hell yes. Can I have the recipe sometime?
Sure, once we get back out of this alive.
Oh, sure. Well, mostly alive.
All right, sneaky folk, what's the plan?
Well, Malkesh and I thought we'd just break through the front door. Oh, wait, you said sneaky folk. I'm
That's
sorry.
plan B.
Yes. Wait till we come back. You can drink some more while you're waiting. Just wait. Stay right there.
No, we're gonna play with the duffel bags while we wait for you guys to trigger the alarm.
Here, try this. Hunhow, here, try this.
What is that?
Purple?
Well, he's still got all his hair, so that's a good sign.
Yes!
You're in good hands, Hunhow.
I'm not so certain about that.
Have you
So-
noticed that Ferris is hairier?
Has he gotten hairier?
Well, he's hairier than Hunhow.
That's a mouthful.
Approaching the windows, you would see at the tables several armed kobolds. Just kind of relaxing and chilling. The one at
And chilling.
Yeah. Maybe even some Illin.
That might be pushing it.
Oh. Looks like we have several points of entry, none of which are going to be super quiet or unmanned. But yeah, Ferris will just kind of since you can see through the windows at the front is obviously well fended. I mean, because there's people out and about right now, yeah.
It's very late at night.
Oh,
This
okay.
part of town is actually very quiet.
Oh, I see.
Like, you're after midnight now.
Oh, okay. So in that
Yeah,
case,
late when we were.
I think our best bet is going to try and make our way up northwards here. We'll keep the B team in front of the door, just in case they hear something popping off inside. Now, Cash, then if you hear a fight inside, you feel free to blow the door up.
Can do.
If you hear us fighting inside,
Right. We probably should have a code word. Daffodil. If you hear the word daffodil.
Dan, can I do a ritual?
Sure. What ritual are you gonna do?
Let's do, No, I don't want to do that. We'll burn the place down. Let's go Pocket Rocket.
All right. What are you gonna do with Pocket Rocket?
I'm gonna build a blowy up a wall charge.
All right.
Goblin
And
breaching
Lucy
charge.
will help. Yes, goblin breaching charge, basically.
Lucy can help.
Are these windows like full all the way up and down?
Yeah, it's like a storefront. Yeah.
Okay.
Are all the gnolls inside basically watching us mix potions and things in
Yeah.
front of their door?
No, the kobolds haven't noticed. You haven't done anything particularly loud.
Somebody taps on the glass and we all look around and then they wave from the inside.
I mean, I honestly think the best way to sneak around here would just be to hop in the water. I mean, don't drink the water, obviously.
well, is there necessarily a way in from there?
From up north here, which looks like the kitchen area.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a door, right? I'm guessing this darker gray space is a door.
Yes, those darker gray spaces are outside doors. The brown spaces on the inside are inside doors.
You could also
'Cause I
just
could.
you could float up the river and attack the big old floating health pool in the middle of the river.
Yes,
Mm.
their secret weak point. That's. I mean, if you have something else in mind.
I don't know how to get me in. I can't think of how to get you in without getting noticed.
Well, I can shadow walk. That's a useful skill.
I think I would just go to wait by a door, see if it's propped open. That'd be nice, but It's an alleyway. They're going to have to go out to do something, if nothing else, get out of the kitchen and have their smoke break.
Yeah.
Uh,
I also have a spell that just says you create an ice cold gust of wind that can knock over small objects, bank sheets, shutters, rattle doors. So I can just have that open the door.
You could just knock.
Right. Yes. No, no
I
way to
don't
know
know
for
how
sure
much-
until-
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. Or you're, like with your small, with your scout form or whatever.
yeah. I could be a rat.
We could.
Well, there's ways to distract.
Hey Dan, real quick.
Yes.
Not trying to interrupt too much. My Pog actually has the wrong amount of recoveries and health on it right now.
Oh, yes. Okay, 1 second. Let me fix that.
Yeah, just wanted to bring that up before we got into combat.
I think.
What do you mean combat? Ferris is gonna go in and get it without any sort of problem whatsoever.
That better?
Yep, that's perfect. And I have absolute faith in this plan.
I want one stealth mission to work.
Yeah. We can do this.
Yeah.
What we should have done is got some kegs of ale and said that we were just making a beer delivery.
Team half elf.
Actually,
But yeah, Ferris
Malkesh,
will-
could you
will-
turn
will-
those 3 barrels of water into barrels of beer?
Commando style, Ferris is just gonna start swimming to get around all these people.
And I will turn into the kind of rat that you would expect on a waterside wharf at midnight.
There's plenty of rats. You turn into a kobold. You turn into a rat.
I mean, that's kind of the perfect cover.
It'd be nice.
Hello, fellow kobolds.
Right. So one of you is a rat, the other of you is by the back door.
So this door is pretty well shut. Yeah.
Yeah, it's shut right now. And as you pass by this window, you kind of see 2 kobolds, not in kitchen uniforms, but in kind of the same clothes the other ones were. But they seem to be preparing. One seems to be boiling a boot, and then the other seems to be kind of plucking and what looks to be a pigeon.
Good thing I didn't fuck with the picture.
Jeez, don't let Lissy see one of her people being plucked.
Delicacy.
Actually, in some places of the world, pigeon is, in fact, raised for food.
What, is it a pigeon Ogby or is it just a pigeon?
Just pigeon.
Just a pigeon.
Well, that's fine. It's not like we're related.
This world can have both minotaurs and snakes. It can have both pigeon Ogbies and pigeons.
But I thought all Ogby were puffins.
We've drifted from that a little bit.
Oh, okay, well,
It kind of went from being all puffins to being all sort of seabirds, and then, well, they've not evolved out of seabirds yet.
I think I will keep generally to seabirds.
Yeah.
You mean that there are some seagull motherfuckers out
oh
there?
yeah, that's what I was about to say. There's gotta be like a seagull Ogby who's just a massive asshole.
Writing that in my book. All right, on with the stealth plan.
Yep. So yeah, Ferris will look down at Rat Nastasia. And just,
Ratnastasia?
yeah, Rat Nastasia. And
Squeak.
yeah, I mean, is that gonna be enough space for you to get in? Like, I know rats can kind of compress their rib cages to squeeze through fittings, or
Squeak.
Oh, okay, then I guess I don't speak rat. That's gonna be a problem. But since you're still here, I'm gonna assume that's a no. So, to the door, and Ferris is just going to, while standing on the other side of it, just having broken into houses that were occupied before. First, just trying to open it to see if it's, locked.
It's not.
So Ferris will just try to quietly push the door open just far enough that Nos can sneak in.
Give me a dexterity check.
Yep. And I'm gonna roll a 1 on this, just right off the bat, and fuck everything up.
Yep, you do it pretty quietly. The door is now open a crack.
Squeak. Just to say, I will take this opportunity to try and sneak in.
All right. You are in a kitchen. You essentially see what you assume to be the door out into the main restaurant and the back room.
I'm gonna try and see if there is a way into the back room. Whether that's actually through the door, like, I don't know, hole in the wall.
You could probably,
I can't have been the first rodents in here.
yeah, roll me a wisdom check to kind of navigate.
Let me actually open my character sheet. That would be, helpful. What the fuck background can you use for finding holes in walls to use as a rodent?
City sleuth?
I mean, if we're talking about finding holes,
Ci-
it's got to be
City
a former
Sleuth works for
companion.
me.
Okay.
I think we
Well-
know what that's going to be.
No, not this time. Although I technically have City Sleuth anymore.
Oh,
Could
Did
it not have something to do with your ability to change into small creatures?
Well, that is what?
Well, you'd be able to find places that other people wouldn't be able to find.
Yeah, but I'm already a small creature.
But do you have a background tied to your shapeshift?
No, not really.
aren't the Stillknock family kind of known to shapeshift?
No,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm so confused.
Oh.
All right. Well, I think when we talk Stillknock family is kind of the replace, like, would cover a lot of the same things as City Sleuth. So
Okay.
use that one.
Okay. And wisdom, you said?
Wisdom. Yeah, no, you're able to find pretty much a mouse hole, compress, and get into this back room. To which what you see is the office that screams, "Ah yes, this place completely is a front." You see a kobold counting cash, and you see a giant, pretty much full wall safe at the back, reinforced against pretty much the entire back wall of this room.
Hmm.
Right, I probably should have given you that scroll. But then again,
Yeah,
you're a
well-
mouse.
Yeah. And there is still someone in here.
Right.
Maybe we're gonna get you in here, though.
I think I've got an idea.
Hmm?
I hope it doesn't bring too much attention. So this guy is the one that's boiling the
The boot, yes.
boot. Okay.
Das Boot.
Cook, prep.
Yeah, so what Ferris is going to do with that little crack that's in there, I'm just going to try and mage hand and basically tip that boiling water over onto that kobold.
Okay, roll me an intelligence check. It goes right on him, and this kobold is now just running back and forth screaming. And then this one's like, ah! And then this one runs up and is like, what the hell is wrong? What's wrong with you?
And then
And
Ferris
pretty much you
will
just see
try
that
to
they're
shadow walk.
immediately going for the back door. As another one
Oh.
kind of peers into this. What's wrong? It's like, 1 second. Jeremy's an idiot, and I need to dunk him in some cold water. Closes this door, and then these two start to walk out.
So yeah, Ferris is going to try to shadow walk just as soon as they step out, and then trade places with them.
All right.
So attack against their MD.
15. Success.
Alright.
This guy walks out, puts his, and just holds the other by kind of his tail and starts dunking him in the water. And he just hears ah! Ah!
And then
Does anyone else hear that?
now this is going to be the fun part.
Squeak, squeak.
Yep. So this door here, this guy. I have this neat little cantrip from Deep Magic. How quickly can Nastasia unravel? I mean, I guess I probably can't plan this because you're squeaking and you're in a different room. So let's just do this. Ferris will.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt to say that maybe you came up with a plan before you
Yeah.
started this.
I have this cantrip.
That's
can
very
basically-
generous.
That is
It's
extremely
called
generous.
quiet combat, basically, and anybody that I'm engaged with cannot make any loud sounds or surprises or alerts anybody for 1 round. But what Ferris is going to do is first try to silently open this door so he can sneak in. So I guess I'll do another dex check. And then shut the
Oh,
door
yeah.
behind me.
You're in, and he's just kind of shuffling Imperial bills.
And then, and then Ferris will just walk right up behind him, and his gauntlet will kind of glow as this cantrip is cast, and he puts the gauntleted hand over the kobold's mouth and tries to shank him in the neck.
All right.
I'm so glad Gunhild isn't here.
He's actually gonna kill him?
Look, these
All right,
people are
roll
bad
for
people.
murder.
Koboldicide.
That hits.
Pretty good.
I'm going to roll that where this is not a proper combat. That's going to cap out at the Mook's HP to kill. So you deal 25 damage and take out
All
that
of a
Mook.
sudden, the kobold outside drowns randomly with no explanation.
Actually, yeah, you know what? He takes some damage from his
Yeah,
from
that
his burns and his drowning. But he's not down. All right.
His friend accidentally lets go and then shrugs and walks back inside.
Ferris kind of
All right.
kicks the body underneath the desk.
All right.
Brutal murder in
Oh, my bad.
the wilderness, everybody.
All right, to the safe, and let's put that that rune to work.
All right.
If I
Also,
wasn't
probably should look
squeaking,
out. I
I'd
also
be like-
probably, yeah.
why am I here again?
Well, because I didn't think I was going to be able to kill him in one hit. But yeah, let's get that rune to work, and then just kind of keep my eyes on the doors.
All right.
Actually, to that end, is there space by the door, or would it be fairly easy for a mouse to see someone coming by the door?
You could check out the door.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Oh, and then while that rune is, I guess, working, is there anything here that would look like what Blaine told me? Like he was interested in some stuff. Is there anything here that looks like that would be what he was interested in?
This just looks like essentially. This seems like a hideout to kind of keep goods. Like, you would recognize this once again from your criminal background as a front.
Okay.
Can you roll me a intelligence-based check around magic, though?
Yeah. Surely it's because of good things that are about to happen.
Best things.
As you activate the rune, you remember at the last minute that this kind of rune, especially on this level of a safe, is kind of loud.
It's a fucking thermal drill.
It is. I was just literally sending that message to Locust.
Yeah.
It's Payday 2 Narrow Hubba.
That's why I made the joke about us playing with duffel bags earlier.
I mean, surely a GM wouldn't have hidden something in abbreviation in the name of that rune.
Oh shit.
Oh dear God.
And right before he activates the rune, he will tell Nas, okay, get ready. And also
What?
mentally communicate to Malkesh,
Squeak.
Daffodil.
Okay.
I don't really like daffodils. I wonder what daffodil's supposed to be. Let's see, what's daffodil?
Oh shit.
Yes.
Why did we even bother sneaking?
Is it time to press the button?
It's time to press the button.
Um,
I mean, it set us up in a pretty good location.
It's a good ambush.
Yeah. In retrospect, should have locked this door behind me.
yep, that would have. I'm only going to give you so much plan leeway.
Yeah, nope, yeah, yeah.
Here, Lissy, you do the honors. You press the button.
I'm going to give you, because you successfully sneaked, I'm going to give you 2 off the drill countdown. You pretty much set this up, and it can do its work, but it immediately, as it gets to its last part,
It breaks.
Lissy has to come in and fix it.
Guys, the thermal drill, go get it.
Well, we found the technician.
I mean, technically he's already said daffodil, so like that button got pressed ages ago.
all right, so this guy is headed towards this back door to kind of check out what's going on as the rune does its work, and we're going to be put into initiative order.
Quick
Let me
question,
just bring it up.
which way did this door swing? So I've been done in by doors that swing the wrong way before.
That's a personal question.
That's this room would lock from the inside.
Okay. But does it swing towards the inside of the room or more towards
It would swing in, so you could theoretically could be barricaded.
Okay.
Oops. I forgot to hit me.
So I need to click my token.
I'm good at this.
Rolled a frickin' 4, man.
I've done this before. I rolled a
And feel free to switch the music.
Oh, I swapped the music as soon as we got here.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I always forget about the music.
I've been jamming a Hotline Miami for a while now. Oops.
Did you just move yourself to the top of the initiative order?
All right, is 1, 2.
I think that's just because I rolled initiative first.
Oh. No, okay. I thought that was what your oops was for.
No. I have no control over the turn order.
All right.
Your mortals don't have that kind of control.
No. I get to abuse the turn order on Thursdays.
All right, top of the turn order. The drill breaks and needs to be reset.
God damn it.
Oh, and it's magic. Okay, well, yeah, Ferris will walk up to the damn drill. Nas, get the door.
On it.
And, how stupid thing. And Ferris magically kicks it.
Just hit it really hard, but magically.
All right, it starts back up.
He has that skill. That's cool.
No, that's a good skill.
Give it a little love.
It's pretty
All
far
right,
down
and
the
I guess
tree.
that's my turn.
Yeah, you gotta do a lot of technician.
All right. Malkesh, it's your turn.
Daffodil. The button got pressed.
All right. So you ritualized a pocket, rocket.
Yes.
First, give me a intelligence-based, or what your main spellcasting stat-based background check. All right, that's good. All right, roll me a D3, D4 plus 1.
Well.
All right,
okay.
that's how many pocket rocket targets you have.
Oh.
Goodness.
Pew, pew.
Coincidentally, how many people are in the room right now?
5, exactly. He's hitting everybody in that freaking room.
Did you roll a 0?
What? My macro may be broken.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I think there's a 2 pluses in there.
Yeah.
In the
Hold
attack.
on.
You rolled a 9.
All right, so 9 plus...
7 plus 1 plus, I guess, int. I don't know what sorcerers use.
It's charisma modification actually,
Okay.
but it's times 2, so 6. It's 9 plus 6 plus 7 plus tracker exclamation, which is 0 or 1.
It'd be 0.
0.
0 plus 1 because of attuned magical item.
There's 23.
Their PD is 19.
Speedy.
Okay.
All right, so that's versus 1. Now roll 5 more times.
4.
30 will be the damage for it all, but roll 4 more times.
It's a 7.
21.
Still hits.
That was an 18, that hits.
Yep.
9 again, it hits again.
Jeez. Okay, so you just
And a
murdered
10,
everybody.
yeah.
All right, so... And I said 30 was the damage for it all. 150 damage.
Oh my god.
Well, okay then.
All right, so this guy does drown after all. And you murder everybody in the room.
There's just a big hole in the wall. Malkesh's face is scorched. He kind of lifts his mask up. Well, that was effective.
Hunhouse sitting there, just completely ears blown out, just going mop, mop.
Why are any of us here?
Alyssa, it's your turn.
Well,
He just walks in, has a seat.
pulls out a drink. Actually, does Ferris need help with his locking mechanism?
You hear him cursing and kicking Arun.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's
She's,
pretty loud back there.
she's gonna make her way into the back. Sort of. She's a bit stunned as well, because, I mean, did Malkesh push the button, or did Lissy, or how close were we, and is she a bit singed?
Hold on. I'm sorry, Dad. May I take a quick action?
Sure.
Death knell. Last mook in the pool.
Okay. And this guy trips and falls in the water.
For fuck's sake.
He just laid down the entire fucking.
Gunhild misses one episode.
Poor
One.
Salvo was overpowered.
Oh, I was worried about doing combat with no tanks tonight, but fuck it, just DPS party, man.
Turns out
Who
what-
needs
what they're
tanks
doing
if you
in the
kill
state-
everything?
Who needs most of the party? I just. What action
right.
do I need? What kind of is it a standard action to look around and try and make this look like an accident?
There's no front to the shop anymore.
Exactly. We just
Yeah,
need
you
to make
can-
it look like incredibly bad cooking.
You hear, actually coming from after the big boom, you hear, what was that sound? Let's check it out.
Okay, yeah, let's
Right.
Oh, the door.
In
The
the
door.
castle.
The door.
let's close
Out
the door.
Yeah.
Closing the door.
Should we lock it? Does it seem like there's a point to locking it?
You just hear
Yes.
Ferris as he's messing with the thing, just keep saying door because he's not actually looking to see if Nastasia's left the room.
Got the door, and I am locking said door. Actually, I say turn on the gas. What kind of stove is this? This is fantasy setting. I don't know what they're cooking with.
This is like a wood. This is not a fancy recipe.
Okay.
I think a lot of the alcohol is gonna have to get spilt, maybe.
Brilliant. Yes,
But it has to be cheap alcohol. None of the
Of
good
course.
stuff.
we'll keep the good stuff.
We need to make it look like a brawl broke
Wait.
out.
Why are we expecting this place to have good stuff?
You're right, this place won't have good stuff.
Exactly.
What does Hunhow do?
Hunhow is sort of standing out in front of the building, stunned, covered in a fine layer of soot. And he just kind of digs a pinky in one ear and walks inside.
As you as you dig a pinky in your ear, you hear from kind of this boat what the hell was that?
At that point, Hunhow looks at Malkesh, and the first question that comes to mind is, what the hell did you do? But that's not what he says. He just says, we've got more coming, and then he gathers his focus.
I wish you'd asked that. Just a mixture of household chemicals in the proper proportions.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would have been your answer. But that'll be it for my turn.
They don't have a turn, that's for damn sure.
No shit!
Oh shit, where's my escalation die?
Yeah. It's been giving me that error every time I've rolled.
1 second.
It's weird that mine didn't give an error.
1 second. Shit. Okay, 1 second. Everybody. Shit, that might have broken. Fuck. Alright, we're going on kinda by the seat of our pants tonight.
Is it time to welcome back the esports die?
If turn 22. Well, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It is. Although, I mean, it sucks, but it could be worse.
It would have sucked more if anybody had actually lived through that.
Yeah, if Malkesh hadn't nuked absolutely every living thing.
No, it's still broken.
Not
I've broken something.
absolutely everything. He did have to death knell one of them.
All right, roll me a d20, Ferris. Or whoever wants to roll a d20 for the drill.
Somebody else should have rolled the d20. Dang it.
All right, the drill breaks again.
Son of a...
I just wait for my turn before I roll for the drill, don't I?
Are you sure your friend wasn't trying to get us killed?
I'm starting to reconsider. And then Ferris, I guess, will spend the rest of his turn trying to fix the drill again.
So yeah, it was the escalation tracker missing that was causing the macro to break.
Okay, yeah.
And Ferris will just tell Lizzie, go help Nas with the door, I've got this. I think.
All right. From this area, you see two kobolds with shields as large as themselves, and a kobold with a big crossbow come up from the houseboat. Ferris, it's your turn.
Damn it, we should have taken care of the houseboat.
Ferris tries to fix the drill again.
All right.
I
Are you
did
just
lock
going
the
to kick
door.
it again?
Yep.
All right. It starts working again. What did you ask, Nastasia?
You're saying that I did lock the door
You did lock the door.
for, whatever few seconds that'll gain us.
All right.
Let it be
Malkesh.
known. I suppose I could try and barricade the door. But
We just say.
I was
Oh,
trying to make this
no.
look like an accident.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix macros so it doesn't explode on me again.
I don't know, it seemed to work fairly well.
So we know they're coming. We just don't. I can't see them yet.
Well, I mean,
You wouldn't be able to see the ones up there. You would, with Hunhau's awareness, you'd be definitely aware of this crossbow guy.
Oh, okay.
and as soon as I can take a quick action, I can say what I can see from the other door.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dust in the Wind at this guy.
Yeah, that hits.
Awesome. And is it
The
even?
attack rolls even, yep.
Malkesh is going to kind of teleport out to the street.
Okay. Go forth and move where you want.
Because it has to be within line of sight.
Alyssa, it's your turn.
Yes, I'm gonna have a go at this thingamabob that Ferris is. She kind of takes off her hat and slaps him with it a couple of times to get him out of the way, so she can have a look.
Oh, it's fine. It's running again. See?
Oh, then maybe I don't have to mess with it.
You could.
Ferris is trying to defend his work.
Should I use a background or shall I just roll a 1d20?
An intelligence-based roll if you want to roll background. Or roll a d20 if you want to use your standard action.
I'm gonna tinker. I shouldn't have tinkered.
Oh no.
What are you doing? You're breaking it.
Goddamn
Goddamn
it starts
piece of shit
spinning
broken, bro.
faster, but it doesn't look like you've either stabilized it or made it work more efficiently.
Damn it! I'll try again in a bit.
Nastasia, it's your turn.
So I can see these upside down shield lockers?
Yes, wherever kind of they're pointed is kind of the way the shield is facing.
Ah, okay. Yeah, well, if I know this is the way they're probably going to be coming, I'm just gonna... Wait, I'm gonna wait for them. I'm just gonna wait behind the door. And then... Maybe develop the aspects for this? I've got them all back, don't I?
Yeah, you have everything back.
Wow. Think I know them all off by heart? Fuck no. I think I'll throw up Wolverine.
All right.
Well, first be actually taking on court card, but... That's a quick action, yeah. So, hiding behind the door.
That your turn?
That is my turn.
The sharp shot gets hit pretty soundly and then sees Malkesh teleport out and just fires a bolt at him. Versus AC.
That hits.
23 damage.
Indeed. Yeah, that works. Actually, no. I don't
Okay.
use this enough. Evasive. Reroll
All right.
with a -2. I always forget to use it.
All right.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
that-
That still hits.
Okay.
Rip.
Hunhow, it's your turn.
Okay. First things first. Don't get my extraction this round. Hunhow is going to come over to the window so that he can see the sharp shot nice and clearly and expend his focus in a karmic rebuke.
All right.
And that can be against their PD as well if it is lower.
That hits their PD.
Okay. So that's 29 psychic damage, and then I'm just going to gather my focus again. And that'll be
Alright.
my turn.
No one hit that guy. I need his soul.
All right. One shield lugger, it's like, I'll get the back door. I think I see something down there. And this guy starts rushing forward. And then this guy impacts the back door and starts trying to push it down. And does not. Because it's locked, right?
Yes.
All right. So he's banging his shield against it, just kind of pushing with all his might.
And smart.
And as this guy runs down, he kind of yells, "We got an issue!" And then at the start of the turn, he just grabs some stuff.
You don't need to grab anything, really. This is fine.
From here, you just hear somebody shouting. It's like, "We heard an explosion! What's going? Holy shit, look at that!" And you see two more of the crime plotters and a kobold in wizard robes cackling with electricity. With not very good initiative, apparently.
Could use some help out front.
And that thing go any faster?
All right, who wants to roll the d20 this time?
Not it.
I will.
J-Main's wolf, he can handle drills. Never mind.
No, apparently not.
Nope, the drill breaks again.
Ferris just looks at Lissy. Fine, if you think you can fix it, fix it. And
To be
then
fair, I'd rather my 4 be there than my next roll.
And then Ferris having, well, here's what we're going to do. Cloak it by location. There are now 2 Ferrises. And yep, that's exactly where I want 1 Ferris to go.
All right.
So to help out Nas. And then this Ferris will go right here. And then he will see these 3 lined up so nicely. And through the window, they just see this guy come out of the office, kind of roll up his sleeves, and then clap his hands together, and then thunderclap, centered right here.
Okay.
Number 1's going to be on the mage, and then 2 and 3 are going to be on the crime fodders. Hope I have the right spell level for this. Oh, right.
Right.
I rolled a 19, a crit, and a 2. So I think they're all going to hit. And it does 52 damage.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's the escalation die part of the macro that's
I guess
causing
there's
it
Yes.
to zero
Yeah.
out.
I'm gonna have to try to fix that. So their PD is 19. So
So yeah. I mean,
So
I
the
mean,
first 2 hit regardless.
Yeah, the base roll was a 19. So
and this is
the crime fodder takes 104 damage.
Oh.
all right. Crime fodder is down again. You blast him.
Suddenly he has no minions.
Malkesh, it's your turn.
The arrow just like impales itself through his upper arm, and Melkesh turns towards the sharp shot, and like Melkesh angry eyes comes over, and he goes, "That fucking hurt." Death knell,
And you death knell him.
and take 22 healing, which is 1 point less from full.
Okay.
Also, that fun daily spell that once you cast it the first time is at will for the rest of the combat. Yeah, Dust in the Wind, at Little Bolt Mage.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
All right. So that's +2 for the escalation.
Yes.
So that's 1 over his PD.
Guys, I
33.
got another death knell target.
Would you want to have your teleport ability? Because I can give you a make that. Well, no, never mind. Because that'll tie it. Never mind.
No,
We're okay.
I don't want to tie. I'd rather kill him.
Yep.
Alyssa,
I'm fixing a thing.
go ahead. That's much better.
Yeah.
The ring disappears, and you hear pretty much the safe starts to swing open.
Oh my god, I have the image of the littlest tech forcer now.
Yup.
You swing open, and you see a room that seems to have 2 tables full of cash, a whole bunch of airship parts, and somebody tied to a chair with a bag over their head, just making muffled screaming, shuffling around.
Oh shit.
Get the bag, not the parts.
But the parts. But how did you know?
You also see what look like ritual components as well.
Oh shit. Right. Okay. Well, I'm not a complete sleazebag. I'm gonna obviously go to the person that's struggling. I should say that I shout to Ferris to say that it's open. It's open.
Oh, good. What's inside?
A person and some parts and some bad stuff
Oh yeah, those are probably from the Halcyon.
and lots of cash.
Suddenly, Nas is there.
I'll be right over there. Don't touch anything until I get back.
All right.
But the person.
Well, you can touch the person.
Ask them first.
Do
Right.
I have your permission?
But that you can move up to the person and you have a quick action. What do you do?
I take the bag off of their head.
All right, you pretty much jump up on their lap and you hear just muffled screaming. You take the bag off the head and you see first with eyes that are just absolutely horrified and panicked, and then with eyes that are absolutely exhausted and shocked, and then not shocked. And you see Cyril.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he would be kind of surprised, and then, oh, you fucker.
Nastasia, it's your turn.
This other shield dude is still banging at the door.
Still banging at the door.
Just keep waiting.
Yep, Ferris just kind of crouches down
Yeah.
next to the sink and, has his dagger ready and just,
Just
You two make a cup of tea.
I'm gonna count that as a readied action, so
sure.
you can make an attack when he busts in.
Okay.
Hunhow, you hear somebody coming from behind.
Yep, and it looks like that little bolt mage is pretty well on death's door, so I'm gonna, can I say that when we blew up the front of the store, we also blew out the windows?
Yes.
Okay, then Hunhow is going to exit out of the windows and try to avoid the broken glass, considering he's got bare feet as much as he can.
Alright. You see a kobold charging with a massive shield in front of him.
Well, I'll meet his massive shield with my massive wood sword.
Alright.
I heart you.
Roll it.
Roll wood.
roll to wood.
Oh.
So that's +2.
Oh, hold up. I need to see if I get my extra standard.
Alright.
Yes, I do. Okay.
Okay. So first
Roll
thing.
exceptional hardwood.
So 58 damage. You rolled a 12, however. The shield luggers have resist damage 16 plus when you attack them from the front. So he takes half damage.
Okay. So that's only going to be 29.
Alright. You have another standard action, though.
One moment, real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna attack him again.
Okay.
$16.
Yeah. And it looks like he's gonna
Alright.
take 24 damage, because... No.
Nope. That matches, yep. you're
Oh,
good.
yeah, okay, okay.
48. The little bolt mage... Oh, is that your turn, Hunhow?
Yeah, that's my turn. I still have my focus. I didn't spend it, so...
The little bolt mage points his hand at Malkesh and uses his attack Incredibly Annoying Lightning versus PD
Oh,
and misses.
Misses.
You know, in retrospect, that
really
wasn't that
annoying,
annoying at
though.
all.
It's still fairly annoying.
This shield lugger bursts through the door, triggering your held action.
Which is just going to be, at least in my case, card form attack.
Yeah.
For these ones.
Go at it. And this guy is going to attack Hunhow while that's AC.
That'll hit.
19 damage.
He is going to get hit by a spell, though.
Okay.
So add 2 to that for the versus MD or PD. And since he is engaged with me, he will take 7 ongoing damage.
Yeah, that all hits.
I will lose my focus though.
Alright. Nastasia, what's your roll?
Ooh.
Oh. So 25, I guess.
Yeah. That hits, and it's from behind.
And I just swapped over in before.
And it was even.
So I think it's one extra 1d6. Nope, I'm lying because if we go for what, 6th level. So it's just 2d6. Woo.
Alright, 6 more damage. Alright. Start of the turn. Another ship kind of pulls up and just kind of moves everything and bursts over here.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that maybe we should just grab everything we
Get
can
out.
and bail, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good plan.
Can I close the door again?
Alright, and this similar thing. However, something else happens. This room fills up with a strange magical smoke.
Oh,
You know, let's
come
open
on.
the
They're
door.
tear gas in the rooms now?
Which room? I didn't see it.
The room that Nastasia and Ferris are in. It doesn't
good.
seem to affect you, it just seems to be around up to your waist.
Guys, watch out. They'll tear gas the hostages. They don't care. They're ruthless.
What hostages?
It's a Payday 2 joke.
Oh, sorry.
Well, there is a hostage. There's Cyril.
Well, yeah, they'll gas that hostage for sure.
Ferris, it's your turn.
Yep. This Ferris will run up to Lissy and kind of take stock of the situation. Oh, hey, Cyril. And then he immediately starts grabbing some of the cash.
No, you idiot! The parts! Not the cash, the parts!
And then some of the ritual components as well.
Alright, you can carry a bag of cash or a bag of ritual components.
Okay, he's gonna pick the ritual components.
The airship parts!
And then this Ferris will try and help finish off this shield lugger.
Alright.
Got some cash for me.
Bleeding striker in here somewhere. Oh, oof. Bad roll.
My initiative rolls are terrible.
Same. But at least I'm actually hitting with my melee attacks today. That's a pleasant surprise. I'm happy.
I was bound to roll.
Yeah, that does not hit. Malkesh, it's your turn.
Well, let's start off on a good note. Malkesh rips the soul out of Little Bolt Mage.
Alright, that happens.
Just rips it out of him and redirects it to Hunhow.
Alright, Hunhow,
For 24
you heal
24
24 damage. And taste Kobold Soul.
That'll heal me to
Flipping-
full.
Flipping around, Malkesh targets Little Bolt Mage. Fucking wizards.
That hits.
It's a very handy spell.
That's a
It
really good
is.
spell.
It's a daily spell, but becomes at will as soon as you cast it.
Yeah, but at the end of this fight, you're not going to have it anymore.
Yeah, true. And that's
Oh.
even, so I teleport to the door leading to the safe.
Alright.
Do I still get a move action?
Yeah, you haven't used it.
Malkesh opens the door and leans and says, "What the hell is taking you all so long? Holy crap, that's a lot of cash."
I know, right? Grab a bag.
And Cyril!
Hey, Cyril. Cash first.
He is still gagged.
Malkesh grabs Cash, ignores Cyril.
Alright.
Can we just leave him gagged? Is that a thing we can do?
Malkesh, you have a bag of cash.
Oh my god, if everyone else gets cash except me.
At least it could be worse. It could be gold.
All right. Alyssa, it's your turn. Oh, no, wait, it's not. Yes, it is Alyssa's turn.
I'm gonna untie Cyril. Poor Cyril. And then I might have to duck out, because it's midnight.
All right. What bag do you grab?
Parts. Definitely parts.
Lissy has a bag of parts. So there is more cash and more parts available.
Yay!
Right, see you guys in a bit.
I'm guessing Cyril was the thing that
Right.
Minerva's after.
You could put that together. Nastasia.
I go. Keep hitting this dude.
Get around to his back. Bear says as he swipes ineffectively at him.
Right. Well, no, I'm already behind him, aren't I?
Yep, you are behind.
Yeah.
He kind of burst in and he's facing this way.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
Then I will keep doing what I'm doing.
all right, you are engaged though because of that.
Yeah. Scroll too far. Ah. Okay, here we go. Ooh.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
I tripped on the cooked boot.
That came out when it was spilled.
So you get to, like, when you miss, you get to repeat.
Okay, I trip on the uncooked boot.
It's partially cooked.
All right.
Medium rare.
But yeah, do you get to repeat versus it's the way that is worded?
Do I?
It says first miss, repeat versus same or different target.
And that's your first miss.
That is my first miss. Well, fuck me. Right, there's just no miss effect for the second one. So yeah, let's do that.
Do it.
Glad everyone else is paying attention to my own damn power descriptions. No, no.
That also doesn't hit.
Really good
How did I
damage.
trip
but-
over the same boat?
The
Looks
boot's
like
just
the
like
other
Over on
shoe
the
has
heel.
fallen. Everybody tried to pun at the same time.
God
Right.
I
damn it.
can't tell what anyone's saying, but it sounds like puns.
All right.
All right.
Any other actions?
No, I'm good.
All right, Hunhow, it's your turn.
I'm not going to get my extra action. Well, first things first, I'm going to try to attack him.
That hits.
Alright, so that guy's dead.
Yep, and that gets through the mitigation. All right.
I got no one to heal anyway.
That just outright obliterated him.
Yup, he's basically now 2 kobold pieces.
And yeah, Hunhow just hears Ferris. Hunhow, we need you in here. We need to
Hunhow
carry something.
looks behind him, sees the little bolt mage, kind of looks in through the window, and I'm actually going to activate the fleet of foot ability on my magic boots. Oh yeah, I do have boots. What am I saying? I got the elk skin boots. Yeah, shoes of the doe. I'm gonna activate the ability on that so I can move quicker. And Hunhouse sort of pops through, looks in the kitchen, sees that they're not really handling it, but it's not hurting them back, so hop on into the vault room.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Alright, hang on. Who's this?
You
That's
see
a
a
bag
bunch
or
of
a
shit
person?
and a man you've never met.
Hunhouse immediately just picks the man up and throws him over his shoulder.
Don't ungag him. Just
Alright, you are carrying a Cyril.
I'm going to... I don't know if this is a quick action or a free action or what. Hunhouse gonna stuff 2 fingers in his mouth and whistle as loud as he can.
Alright.
I was gonna say, like, how are we getting out
Yeah, I
of
was gonna
this?
say, I was gonna do that next turn, but he beat me to it. Good choice.
Yeah.
Alright. The crime fodder begin to run up this way.
Don't they realize if they get close, they just become in line of sight?
Hunhow, as you open that door, the smoke kind of pours into this room as well.
I'd rather there's smoke in this room. I kind of forgot about that.
Oh boy.
That is why I kept the door open.
Let me just check something real quick. All right. Ferris, back in this room.
Yep.
PD.
Oh, that hits.
You feel your legs go out from under you, and you fall into it. And the moment you breathe in that smoke, you feel dazed. And then this little tiny kobold just starts beating
What?
you again and again with a stick.
God, it's a cloaker!
Dan, I love you.
Dan, you're the best.
You are dazed, save ends, and take 21 damage.
Jesus.
You gotta watch out for cloakers, man. They come out of the vents.
And at the start of the turn, you hear the sound of clinking armor.
Oh no, it's a fucking bulldozer.
Coldos?
Koboldozer? Koboldozer.
And
So-
you see
so
a fully
the
armored,
reason-
hired Minotaur.
Yup!
The reason we even are here is supposedly because I'm such a master of infiltration.
Well, we
Nice.
infiltrated it.
At least we didn't have to guard the drill as long.
I really didn't want to burn multiple dailies on this fight.
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
However, you see something surface over here. And your
Porter has
rickshaw.
angry eyes.
Can you blame him?
And you pretty much hear it's like, oh, what the fuck? Ferris, one of you is not dazed.
Yeah.
Better grab some extra cash for me,
I
motherfucker.
said that one can't grab anything. He's got a bag already. So this Ferris will come over here, see himself getting wailed on, and I don't know what I want to do here.
Tell yourself it'll be okay.
Okay, so yeah, this Ferris will attempt to. I want to tell. Yeah, basically take advantage of the lugger. Oh wait, the shield lugger hasn't gone yet, has he? Or he hasn't turned around. Well, okay, whatever.
Oh, wait, I kind of skipped this turn. Never
Okay.
mind. Just,
Should I let him go or?
he turns around and attacks Nastasia.
Sorry, same team.
27 versus AC.
Right, my ace is different now.
that pretty much hits
But
everybody.
no, it does. Yeah.
19, but
If
he
I
is turned
stop to
around.
think about it.
So bleeding strike on that one. Hopefully this one actually hits.
This is like
Plus
plus 5
3.
at this point.
Okay, that's good because I need
Yeah.
every last bit of. And then this Ferris who's on the because this Ferris is still dazed. This Ferris will also turn and point his gauntlet at the ganker and the pulse. Shocking grasp, that's the one. Just to try and
Alright.
pop 3. Son of a bitch. Oh,
And
plus
minus 4 yeah. From the days too, so that does not.
Well, no, the non-dazed Ferris will do that.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that will. It's PD is 20, so
Basically, just to pop him free, and then all the Ferrises out the back.
all right, and roll to save against the days.
Do 20 plus. Wait, just roll. And no longer dazed.
You are no longer dazed.
And there's a brief moment where Ferris looks at Ferris. He's like, "Should I go back for more?" He's like, "I don't know."
Malkesh, it's your turn.
Malkesh walks through the door into the kitchen, sees the ganker and the shield lugger, actively rips the soul out of the shield lugger, and turns to Sarge and says, "Come on, let's get out of here." Wow, that's a lot of healing.
That's a
Yeah,
lot
no
of healing.
joke.
That was one pretty sturdy enemy there.
Huh.
And Dust in the Wind against the ganker. And I guess that's whatever
that-
plus escalation.
Yeah, that hits.
And it's a 4, so guess who's outside?
And there he goes.
All right, Malkesh, you can be in the rickshaw if you want.
I will be in the rickshaw.
All right, Malkesh, you're in the rickshaw. Poor's like, oh, hey, hiya, goblin guy.
Listen, about renegotiating your pay, I think we can talk.
I'm gonna guess that you want me to go fast.
Yeah, as soon as everyone's in.
Lissy makes a run for it, so Lissy's gonna be in there. Nastasia,
Do I have to deal with this ganker?
You could make a
you-
run for it. You're not engaged.
This is true. Fuck you!
Yeah, I ripped the soul out of the guy you were engaged with. Also, you are at full health, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you
Thank
got 40 healing back.
Right. Thanks.
all right.
There is no way I'd have enough time to actually get to the safe and out with us.
You could try. You can push your luck.
No, I'll be responsible.
Right.
Well, when we can just leave.
Hunhow.
All right. First things first. Ooh, yay! I get an extra standard action. So what are we up to in the escalation 4?
I think it's like 5 now.
Oh, it's 5.
Oh,
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Well, Hunhow's going to start heading into the kitchen and then realize there's kind of a kobold ganker between him and the door, and attacks of opportunity suck. So he's gonna go out the window.
All right.
I assume dex-based roll.
Go right ahead.
With the cereal over
I say
your
with a
shoulder.
cereal, yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. See?
Oh, yeah, you
Perfectly
You
fine.
get through there fine.
Then I'm going to use my extra standard action to grab my focus. Actually, that'll just be my regular standard action, because I've only used one standard action. I'm going to convert the extra standard action into another move action, since I can downgrade it and get on the rickshaw.
Alright. Alright, these guys run forward even more. And the Bolt Mage makes an attack against Ferris.
Counter magic. Or I'll roll a 1, so never mind, nothing happens.
Alright,
Wow.
so first you take 19 lightning damage,
Ow.
and a tether of electricity appears between you and the Bolt Mage's hand. And as long as you're tethered, you are hampered.
This forward Ferris shares a single parting look with the Ferris who's actually carrying the goods and says, "Go on without me."
Wait, did
And
I miss
then-
something? Why are there two of him?
Don't ask.
And then the ganker bursts through the door and just starts beating on Ferris again.
Just a little itty-bitty kobold drop kick.
He's wearing a gas mask.
Yeah, of course he is.
2 attacks, AC.
Oh, thank God they missed.
Escalation 6. Oh, and you hear a clanking through the restaurant.
Yep,
Actually-
time to go.
I'm
On the
slightly
rickshaw.
curious what would happen if I can death knell Ferris.
Please don't. I'll need that soul.
That's
This Ferris goes on to the rickshaw, and I guess until Nos boards, other Ferris
not
will
on?
stay there as a distraction.
Yeah, she's on, so,
Okay, so
you can
yeah.
declare. Porter's like, is that everybody? Okay, you're +1 now.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Can I do a parting gust in the wind?
Okay, just fast or fast and sneaky?
fast and sneaky.
Alright, hold your breath!
Hunhouse
And you
throws
dive.
Hunhouse throws all 3 of his Molotovs and deploys his
A
ammo
parting
bag.
wave to the beating Ferris, and then he just disappears, actually fairly unremarkably.
And then that Ferris will fizzle out. And with that, good night, everybody.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you for watching Voices in the Wilderness.
Thank you for tuning in. Our next game will be on Tuesday with Adderjaeger. Tune in to get some of that awesome action. We're gonna beat up another pangolin. Just kill the crap out of
Same
pangolin
pangolin.
live.
Think, no.
Good night.
Good night, folks.